the Wayne Ayers Podcast. The Wayne Ayers Podcast. Woohoo! Time to wake your ass up for a blessed day.
As soon as my mom turned 17, she moved to Europe and she just spent 10 years there. Happened to meet my father. They fell in love. They wanted to have a baby. Unfortunately, they didn't end up together. But yeah, that's how I was born there. Have my dual citizenship, my first language.
No, that's nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
I took German for 2 years in high school.
Oh, that's okay. So, but why German? Because you could have did French or Spanish, and a lot of people think it's harder.
No, I mean, like French, I didn't really care to do French. Then our school had like sign language, and then like everybody took sign language, and then all my friends took Spanish. But like I knew like a little bit of Spanish, but not like a lot. But I was like, I'm about to just take something I have no idea about, and then I took German. And then plus it was cool because like none of my friends were in that class. So I was like, oh, this is gonna be an easy A. Like we're not about to be goofing around in class or anything. So I was like, all right, this is my class. I'm gonna focus.
Actually, trying to learn something. A lot of people they say German and English are very close in language, which is confusing, but it's true. Like when we say hello, we say hallo.
Yeah,
it's just an A. Or if we say house, it's H-A-U-S. So house, mouse. Yeah. Or even problem is Problem. So there's a lot of similarities there.
It wasn't that bad. I really love that class. That was one of my favorite classes in high school.
I love that.
Speaking of, you're doing big things. Season 7 of Sistas is here. Everybody's killing the entire cast. Actually, I gotta ask you first, like, what happened in the beginning? Because I know everybody on social media was confused. Like, wait, what's going on here? Like, what happened to like the time skip? Like 3 months? Was it 3 months?
3 months time scale, and we have a new actor who is playing Jordan because the other actor Sean got another job.
Yeah.
So they switched out him, and it wasn't like he didn't want to be on the show, but it was literally scheduling, and it was timing. But yes, it's 3 months ahead of time. Some of the love interests have gone. Preston, Calvin, they are no longer part of the storyline right now. And it's about where the women are today. You know, Gary's still crazy as hell. Now he apparently got a wife and she's pregnant, and we just found out more madness, you know?
No, yeah, I was speaking of Gary. Like, what are your thoughts on him? Cause like he was always a wilding, but like these last like 5 episodes, it's like even
my
the
favorite
episode, I'm like,
if I had to play any character, I'd play Gary any day of the week.
Yeah,
like he is a villain of TV. Like I really think he should get that accolade. Like he's a very good villain.
Oh yeah, I was like, I wonder how the writers just go about it. I'm like, all right, what crazy shit is he going to do this?
What can we do with him today?
Yeah,
I mean, shout out to Cheeto for being innovative with that role, because he could have played it as, the hot, nice, wealthy man type, but he really dived into the psychology of the character and created this extremely scary dynamic, that a lot of people see themselves in, or they have been in a situation like that. So.
No, I was like, if he had like superpowers, he'd be like a DC villain. I was just what's going
Straight
on?
up.
I was like, what's his problem? I'd be like, he in his last 2 episodes has been crazy.
Wild boy.
Yeah, speaking of season 7, I know there was a time skip. Is there ever gonna be a point where people like we go back to see like what happens after?
Please say it. Please shout it to the rooftops. I've been asking Tyler for a flashback episode for 4 seasons. I was like, how do these women know each other? I want to go back to the college episode, right? Because there was talk of Andy had gone through a similar situation that she's in with Gary. I think that would inform us a lot on where we are today. But yeah, I need a flashback.
No, I would be like, I'd say this is like the perfect show to do like flashbacks. It doesn't have to be like a lot, but maybe like once or twice a season, just boom.
It would be so good. Even a couple scenes, like.
Yeah, I feel like it would help us like understand especially like now. I'm like, what happened in the last 3 months? Cause like that first episode, I was like, wait, what's going on? We got a new actor, and then we got Gary and her like best friend are like together. I was like, wait, they weren't together like the season now. Yeah, so what's going on here? But yeah,
we also got new writers. Yeah, so that also helped because Tyler's no longer writing the show, And so I guess they were just progressing it and however they felt inspired, you know, or where they would want to see it today. I'm excited because it's a bunch of them. I didn't get to meet any of them. So I'm very just excited to see where they're going to take us.
No, yeah. So how was it, like reading like getting the script for the first time, reading it? Because like it's a whole new writer, and like Tyler, you kind of have like this report like, okay, hey, this is what we're gonna do, da da da. But you have a whole new writing too. So how was like getting that first script for season 7?
Very exciting, you know, it's nice to hear fresh voices. It's nice to hear fresh thoughts, where it could go, you know, especially for my character. I'm excited that my storyline is progressing finally, that there's more things to do. And that's what I'm really excited about. I'm excited to see other Black creatives get their voices out there and see how they want to see the show because it's so popular. I get excited because at the end of the day, I don't know what's going to happen. Nobody gave me a book and said, oh, this is Sabrina's ending. This is Andy's ending. This, you know, no, we don't know. So we're along the ride. And every time I flip a page, I'm like, ooh, you know, what's going to happen next? Where am I going to go next? And what I really like about this journey is that they're just keeping us on our toes, really, to be honest. And I just love that. As an actor, it's the best part.
No, yeah. I also know like Sabrina, your character wanted like it just I don't know, it came out the bloom like where she kind of just wanted like this baby and like happy married life. Kind of like during this season, like what are you guys gonna touch on that more during the season or?
Absolutely. Yeah. I feel though, even with her relationship with Calvin, she was looking for stability, you know, she was looking for a love and a family. I wish I knew more. I know Sabrina has a grandmother. In my mind, I have the family in my mind of how she's living. But yeah, I feel like because Karen is pregnant, that's probably putting something, you know, when you're around your same group friends, if somebody's excelling in something, you start thinking about like, does that fit into my life? Is that something I should be doing? And I feel like maybe she's just inspired to have a family and create a family, you know? And so there could have been a lot of discussions in those 3 months that I don't know about, you don't know about. But yeah, like more, there's going to be an IVF journey for Sabrina. You know, also having, what I really like about this dynamic that Sabrina's stepping into is that she's having the conversation of, should we have a child or not? A lot of people rush into having kids. Like they just do it, you know, oh, we like each other, let's have a kid. It's cool. But it's two different people that want two different things. And how can they meet in the middle? So I'm excited about that because hopefully it'll make people think twice about who they partner with.
No, yeah. No, I feel like if both of you guys don't agree on that, then it's gonna be like really, you might have to go your separate ways.
Exactly. And that's okay. And I feel like a lot of times we get stuck in relationships and dynamics because, you know, what we think society expects of us to do with the person. Or even when it comes to single motherhood, I'm not an advocate for single parents. That's not something I would want, but I come from a single parent home and I'm doing pretty okay. You know what I'm saying? And you know, shout out to the single parents, like, and everybody. And a lot of single parents don't wake up and say, I choose to be a single parent today. But there are some people in the world, and they deserve their stories to get heard too, who do want to choose this parenthood journey and do it more in a solo way. And I like the fact that Sabrina, who seemed in the beginning of the series very clingy, needed a lot of validation, this time she seems very steadfast in her decision. With or without you, I'm going to do it. You know, and I like that.
Oh yeah, I think one of my favorite scenes from like this season was when you were talking, when Sabrina was talking with Danny about like seeking therapy and everything. I love that scene. How was like shooting that scene?
Oh, it was great. You know, Mignon is hilarious. So when she just laid down on the couch and started doing all that stuff, I love Sabrina and Danny's relationship, and I love talking about mental health, especially in the Black community. You know, the show is a wild show, but when you take a minute to slow down and really ask the questions, you know, have your dreams been correlating with your anxiety or with your fear? Are your behaviors that you're now doing, is it a result of a lack of intimacy with yourself, you know, because you don't know who you are right now or you're confused. So I just love the fact that therapy is not a dirty word anymore. Like people don't look at you. People like they flex now. Oh, I got therapy. Like it's a flex today. You know,
like 10 years ago it'd be like, nah, but like now it's like you don't have a therapist. What's wrong with you?
Yeah, it's looking like, hold on, you sure you need what?
What are your thoughts about like Sabrina's like character development throughout like the entire series?
I'm grateful that Sabrina is that she's like the in-between, you know? She doesn't have to be hard. She doesn't have to be soft. She just is. And I feel like that's really exciting for a Black woman to be a part of such a storyline where there's a lot of nuance and confusion, and we don't know, because a lot of the times in our, you know, us Black people were like, we always want to look the smartest. We want to look like we have our shit together. We want to look like we know everything. And what I like about Sabrina is that she truly doesn't know. And she's definitely given me more space to like let go of the reins, you know, of what life I think it should be, or what characters I think I should play, you know, because a lot, especially for Sabrina, sometimes I feel invisible on the show, you know, sometimes I don't feel like people really see Sabrina. They get more annoyed with her. But when people pull me to the side and they say, I am Sabrina, I am her, and they look at me in the eyes and they start crying, I'm like, okay, this is powerful. I don't know what's happening, but I'm grateful that I'm on this journey, you know, because in my life, I'm very much more blunt. I'm very much a little bit of Danny, you know, I'm like spicy, like I'm gonna tell you what it is. And I like the fact that in this show, I don't have to know everything. She can be the soft space and the pillow and the hug for her friends, you know, instead of being the rah rah, let's get it done. And so that's what I like about her journey. And then I also like that she's exploring her sexuality and the type of men she wants to date. Like, it's not one aesthetic, it's not one style of man. You know, Bio was completely different from Calvin. Calvin was completely different from Jacoby. Those are different types of men. And that's another thing that I enjoy as well on the show.
I know you just mentioned like about like flashbacks, but was there ever like any other moment that you wanted to do something with your character Sabrina that you didn't get to do?
My gosh, I wish I could do I want to do more fight scenes. I think that would be sickening. I want to do something where Sabrina like saves the day, like physically, you know? That would be fun.
You want Sabrina to take a swing at Gary?
Period. Like I want to jump on like the guy who just jumped on the judge.
Oh. Yeah. I don't know. That was one of the most wildest things. I said, well, that was the beginning of the year too. I said, damn, we start 2024 out.
Crying.
Wow.
I was actually crying when I saw it. I was like, oh my gosh. So yeah.
I'd never seen that before in my life. I was like, what's going on? I don't know. I felt bad for laughing.
Me too. But it's like one of those things like, whoa, it's just
No, yeah, I was
shocking.
like, wait. I said, how did he get even like?
How did he leave? Like,
that was one of the most wildest things I've seen. I was like, wait, what's
that was
going
loud.
on? Do you have like how much creative input do you have into Sabrina? Because it's 7 seasons now. I feel like you have like do you have like a lot of creative input, or is it like
Zero.
zero really?
Zero. No creative input. Besides like my hair, which is very, very, really important. But that was something that I created in the beginning of the first auditions. But no, I don't have any input. Like once in a while, I'll be asked a question. However, I'm grateful. This is my first TV show. So I'm grateful to just kind of be in a space of just do the work, you know? So maybe the next show I'll get on, I'll be a little bit more collaborative and there'll be more conversations. But this one is my first rodeo. So I'm gonna just sit back and say my lines, you know?
Yeah. Would you ever want to be like directing an episode of Sistas or anything?
I would love to.
What would be like your dream episode then? Like if you were just directing it, like what would you want to have in that episode?
Karen's birth.
Ooh,
That would be my dream. Like if I got to direct a Sistas episode, it would be the actual time she has the babe. Not like the day after, not the day before, but the actual, because Ebony is such a fantastic actress, and because she's not like Karen at all in real life. So just being able to play with her, what would her birthing look like? Would she be screaming? Would she be crying? Would she be calm? Like what would it be? You know, would she have to do a C-section? Is she in the middle of somewhere? Is she at the hospital? Is she in her sister circle? Where is she? You know, I think that would be an incredible moment.
No, it seems like you really thought about this. Like,
Yeah. Everybody's been waiting for this dang on child to drop anyway. So
no, it's been more than 9 months at this point.
yeah,
Maybe just chilling in there. Maybe like 3 years old at this point.
yeah, yo,
I was like, no. And she don't even look like she's like even like 6, 7 months. That's all she
it's
looks like.
crazy, right? But see, that's the thing. I always have to try to tell people in the beginning, before we had these new writers, it was like hour by hour almost the show. That's why we were in the same clothes for 4 episodes, because it was the same damn day. It never changed. It was like the show 24 when it went hour by hour. It was almost like that. But now we're having some time shifts and changes, so it's going to bring a little bit more. That's why we didn't see a baby bump from her, because technically that was still in the first 2 or 3 months of her being pregnant, and she wouldn't be showing realistically. So even though the show's been on for a lot of years, it expanded only like over 8 months.
Do you enjoy it that way more, or do you like it how the time skip and everything's going? Because it seems like now it's going into like days, weeks. I said just
I think I mean, honestly, it just depends. I like both. I like the new version too, because we get more days, more outfits, more locations, like just technical stuff. Things have changed. But for me personally, I enjoy sitting with a character for a really long time in that moment. I don't mind that. I don't mind movies that take one day. I like when you go through the whole day with the person. We don't have to go through 10 days. Sometimes it's interesting to follow somebody for 24 hours.
oh, yeah. Especially like a spy movie or something like that. That'd be interesting.
Straight up.
If I want to see, what's like the craziest fan theories you like heard about like just the show at all? Was there like any like fan theories like or fan theories that like they got it spot on or this is going?
Oh, um,
Everybody
I
comes out
think
with them.
the big one of the big fan theories is like, oh, Gary is orchestrating all of this in the background, which I agree with. I'm like, supposedly he has like $50 million. I'm like, how does this man show up everywhere? He's causing chaos. He had Andy walking on the side of the road. So I feel like there's somebody orchestrating all the madness in the background for sure. That's a fan theory that I agree with.
Oh,
Yeah. That's cool. Like, I hope that the writers wrap it. I don't know, honestly and truly, guys, I don't know anything, but I truly would hope that's what it is. All of a sudden, maybe Gary's ex-wife comes back and she's like, bitch, I've been doing this shit the whole time. Like the whole time, like something crazy of that nature would be really cool.
But how would you tie it around? Like they would have to hate some. They would have to hate Andy at least.
I don't know, but you know what? I feel it would be more diabolical if Andy was just the aftermath.
Oh,
It would just be so much more hurtful because maybe it should be Gary's first wife, and maybe she's really wealthy, and Gary somehow bamboozled her out of money, like con man style. And now she's been stalking him and has a private event. And maybe Hayden is in on it too. And Hayden's been there the entire. That's how I think.
okay, I like that. I want to know what has been your favorite scene to like shoot as Sabrina, like throughout the entire series.
Anything with Maurice and anything
Oh,
with Danny, but like Maurice is great. I love our emotional scenes. Like one of the craziest ones was when he was assaulted when he was in his drag costume, and then he was in the hospital the next day, and I had to go see him. So I love that. The bank scenes are hilarious because I don't think people, unless you're a performer, you wouldn't know. It's very hard not to be funny. Like when somebody else is being funny, especially, Black people, we Jones and back and forth. But what makes the comedy for Maurice so good is that he's the funny one and Sabrina just shuts up and takes it. And it's much harder because in my mind, I have comebacks. I'm thinking stuff in my head. But then I just sit there and I'm like, Maurice, why do you have to be so vulgar? But it's just funny because comedy is funnier when somebody takes it really, really serious and someone doesn't care at all. And so that's why I love playing with him. And then obviously with Danny, it's just she's funny, she's witty, she's off the cuff. I think I enjoy comedy, honestly. I just enjoy the comedic aspects.
okay. So we might see you in a future, comedy film too.
Let's go. I'm ready. Right.
I also want to know because a lot of people be like, all the guys on the show is just crazy or tripping or just got some crazy back. If you were yourself and you just had to date one of these guys on the show, who would it be?
No, zero. Wayne, please. Please think more highly of me. Thank you very much.
I
No,
mean, the preacher was cool.
the preacher. Did you not remember the wife?
Oh yeah, true.
Hello.
Oh yeah.
Wayne, get it together. No. They're all red flags. Every single one of them. Y'all got babies everywhere. You're giving STDs out. You have your wife coming. You have another one pregnant in the background. No. The show is a learning lesson of what type of people not to date, man or woman. Character traits,
If you could add one twist to the show, what twist would it be?
That's good. You got me over here writing. Give me my credit, writers. One twist to the show. One of the women are related to the other woman. Somebody's related to somebody. And we find out, like maybe, like Danny and Karen are cousins, but they were separated when they were younger. A twist, like a family, some type of ancestral twist would be crazy, I think. And then finding out that one of the people maybe is an informant. I could see Andy being an informant.
Yeah. I think
she's a lawyer. I could see that.
Oh yeah. I think a crazy twist with one of them being related to Gary.
Make it me. Please make it Sabrina.
I was gonna say you or Karen.
Sabrina and Gary are siblings.
Yeah, like lost long siblings or like cousins or something. You just never know. That shit would be crazy. It would be like, wait, what the fuck is going on? Everybody be like, what the fuck is going on there? No, wow. that would just bring on the show just like, wait, what is
that would be like people would jaw drop, yeah.
Yeah, that's like an ending of the episode or series. But wait, what?
Series, yes.
No, that would be a crazy like wait, you're related to Gary this entire time?
Hey, yo, and then because then Sabrina was in jail and all the things. What if she was the mastermind behind all this shit?
Ooh. And then she's like the quiet one, low key, and she's like the nice, but the entire time she was just crazy. There you go. You can add your fight scenes to that. Like you can
then all the girls try to fight me at the end.
Yeah. You can turn into like the nice friend, always supportive one to like just a gangster. Like just like a gangster mastermind. Just wait, what? Like that would be a crazy twist.
That'd be a crazy twist.
Yeah, you just that would be that's
a vibe. Like I think we might have just did something right there.
That's cinema right there. Like wait, what the fuck? I do. Even just bring it up, I'd be like, oh my god, that'd be
shocking.
Also imagine like Sisters did like a crossover with another TV show. What show would you want to do like a crossover with?
Sisters and Harlem would eat. would eat. That would be, I know it would be chaotic because it's 8 women, but I just think it would be, I love an ensemble. That's one of my favorites. And then Sisters and SVU.
How's that gonna work?
Gary's involved once again, and Andy
the
has to solve a case.
Comes through.
No, how about but Danny's been getting assaulted like on the show.
Yeah.
So imagine now we have the lawyer, and then Andy teams up with Benson.
No, that'd be interesting.
Make us dramatic. Like you're gonna give us the Will Smith makeover from Bel Air. Make us real dramatic.
That'd be actually interesting. Yeah, I'd probably that Harlem would be a really good one. I would love to see
Harlem would be great.
No, yeah. Who you think which characters do you think will have a problem? You gotta mix some chaos in there somewhere.
I feel Shaniqua's character. and Danny's character, because there's a lot of similar. They would get on each other's nerves, I think,
No, yeah,
for sure.
make that
I
happen.
feel like Megan Good's character and Andy would be friends, or maybe they went to college together because they're both extremely smart and educated. I think that would be a vibe, but maybe they're like low-key frenemies,
Or like rivals in college or something.
Rivals, and exactly. And then yeah, I feel the Grace's character, who I love her character. I definitely think Sabrina and Grace would be hanging out because they're both a little bit airheaded, a little aloof, a little, in their own space. So yeah, that's kind of how I would mash it up.
No, yeah, that'd be really
That
interesting.
would be fun.
Outside of like Sistas, what do you have like a dream project of yourself that you like? Oh, I really want to do this.
I want to play Lola Falana.
Okay.
Lola Falana is a big a star from the 60s, 70s era. She was discovered by Sammy Davis Jr. She had a talk show as a Black woman. She did Italian movies as a Black woman. The song Whatever Lola Wants, Lola Gets is her. There would be no Vegas and like showcasings in Vegas without this woman. So very, very important. I love biopics. I love eras. Put me anywhere like in the 60s, 70s,
Fashion
50s.
crazy.
I would eat all that up. Like
the fashion.
I want to do that. Yeah. So she would be my dream role. And then another dream, like super dream role is Janet Jackson.
Oh, I love Janet Jackson. That was like my first crush.
My favorite artist of all time. Of all time.
That's like my
and
favorite.
we have similar, like she's a Taurus rising. She has Scorpio placements. I'm a Taurus moon. I have Scorpio placements. So there's a lot of similarities between us. And the dancing would be so much fun. Like it would just
Oh, imagine get to meeting her and say it. I'd be like, no, can you invite me, please?
I would only do it if Janet said yes. Like if Janet handpicked me and said yes, but if like Lifetime came and they were trying to do a Janet movie and she didn't say nothing, I'm not doing it.
No, yeah.
Like I need her to handpick me.
But if she said handpick, I'd be like, no, you can't please get invited to say it. I won't act like a creepy. I'd be like, I'll just be there in awe. No, I feel like people underrate Janet Jackson. I was like, Janet Jackson's that girl. But
the girlies wouldn't be girling without Janet.
Even just some of the stuff just recently, I'd be like, oh, that's
today. Like the stuff,
yeah.
She's a 60-something-year-old woman and she's still, I don't know, I just love that era. I love her work ethic. I love her story. But she would have to be involved, she would, because she's also an actress. So she's been doing this for a long time. And I would want it to be a story out of her mouth. Like, would she want it? Because then it's like, is it going to be Janet Jackson, the whole story? Or is it just going to be like her Black Cat era and her escapade era? Like, which era are we? Because there's so many.
No. Just her discography is crazy.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's nasty, yo. It's nasty. So I was like, I would love that might have to be a limited series, to be honest, because we need a couple hours of.
No, Janet Jackson is so great that nobody ever referred to her as like Michael Jackson's sister. That nobody ever referred to Janet Jackson. Oh, that's his Michael Jackson's sister.
That's Michael's little sister. Who? That's Janet.
That's how great. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad me and you are here with that. I'm so
that's
grateful.
How great. And then she did the acting there. I was like, oh, Janet, like she's definitely just classic movies, classic albums. I say whatever she wants to do is just classic.
It's classic. I love her so much. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Okay, if you could remake a TV show or a movie, which TV show or movie would you want to remake?
None of them. None, not one. I don't want to remake shit. I need new stuff. Like I'm over it. So no, nothing, because whatever's been done has been done extremely well. I don't want to see another Girlfriends. I don't want to see another one-on-one. That was a moment in time. Like that was a capsule moment. I want to see new stuff. I want to see Black people in dystopian worlds. I want to see us in space. I want to see us, in the ethers. I want to see us in labs. I want to see us just do other things. But something that I do think that should continue are like the family shows, like the Family Matters, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. All of that needs to continue.
We need more of those.
We need more of those. New, fresh ones of those, but nothing remade.
No, okay. Yeah, I do. We do need more of those. Those kind of just like faded away.
They did.
I was like Pete Television.
That was literally the best time in TV.
Oh yeah. Also, are you big like on astrology?
Huge.
Okay, so like, how do you manage your passion for like acting in astrology? Do you see like any interesting connections between the two?
Absolutely. Astrology is something I enjoy teaching people. I love energy. I love time. I love just understanding the mechanisms of the universe. So astrology was a hobby of mine because there was a time where I was broke and I didn't have a place to stay. I had a little bit of homeless spout. I was on EBT. It was, artist life, human life. And it just really helped me understand my timing because I was like, I'm doing everything right. I have the look, I have the talent. Why is it not working out? But then I realized, oh, it's cycles, it's timing, it's so many things that are bigger than you, the universe. So that's why I love doing it. And plus, when I had to go and promote Sistas on Twitter, I was like, I'm not gonna tweet fucking watch Sistas every day. Like you ain't got nothing else to talk about, ma'am. You got another hobby. So I started just using it as a way to do a hobby. And one time I tweeted psychologists just study astrology and it went viral. And people were just like discoursing. And I'm sitting in the background like, but Freud and Carl Jung believed in astrology. Like, hello, psychologists, like, let's put it together. But yeah, I balanced that. And then I created a talk show called Conversations and Constellations, which is kind of like a Oprah meets Hot Ones, but we talk about your astrological chart. So
Well, so let's say like National Geographic or like NASA came to you to do like a show. Would you want to do something like that?
yes, absolutely. Oh
Like,
my God, you just planted a seed of it. Wait, I feel like we need to like talk and collaborate business. What's going on? Like, wait, what's your sign?
I'm a Leo.
Oh yeah, you're very creative.
I'd have no idea what's going. I'd be like lost. I'd be like, people just tell me, but hey, you're da da da. But okay.
Well, Leo is the king, right? The entertainer.
I
Yeah,
guess. I
the
guess.
person on the stage.
I don't know.
Leos need
I
to
just
be
have a good
seen.
day. That's my goal. Every time I just try to have a
But
good.
I love that. But see, you don't even understand. You don't even understand how blessed you are to have that energy, because even though like life might get hard for you sometimes, or you go through things, you'll never really be down and out.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
not the type of person who's going to wallow in your sadness for too long because you have fire energy, and fire's like, well, let's keep it moving, let's keep it going.
No,
You know,
that's definitely me.
that's
Like if I make mistakes, I'm all right, cool. I'll just learn from it. Just keep going. Da da da.
and that's a gift. That is a gift.
No, yeah, that actually be cool. I think that actually like be cool to see like little kids just learning astrology.
We could do a little reading, Wayne.
That's like a little TV. Oh, that would be kind of cool.
We
Like
could.
like a little
No,
PBS.
because I really am right now. I want to be able to. I want to bring astrology to the masses in a very simplified way. All information is useful to you if you have the right teacher, right? It's not about it if you have a person who's dispassionate about a subject, they can't teach it to you properly because it was not made for them to teach.
Yeah.
So, and for me, astrology is made for me to teach. I'm a Scorpio. Scorpio is all about hidden knowledge and the occult knowledge. And this is why people are interested in me even talking about what I'm talking about, because I'm revealing those sides of humanity, right? And it also deals with psychology. I'm an actor. My whole life is looking at people's psychology and recreating that and why am I attracted to these things? Why do I live where I live? Why do I wear the clothes that I wear? Why do I have the certain hardships and battles that I have? And I don't know, it's just one of the many ways that God is whispering in your ear. God whispers to you through music, through sound, through light, through a conversation, through food. I mean, through a dream. It's just so many different ways God is talking to you. And astrology is just one of the many ways. And that's what I try to tell people. It's not demonic, because information could be used for evil because the person's demonic, not the information. Those are two separate situations,
Yeah.
So that's what I really love about. I just love it. It's
No, you
just
seem very passionate about it. No, yeah, that's cool. Okay, my last question for you today. Let's say you're like starring, directing, producing your own movie, and you need either five actresses or actors. Who would you want in your film?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive?
Sidney Poitier, Don Cheadle,
Okay.
Helen Mirren,
Oh, legend.
motherfucking legend. Tristan Winger.
Okay.
That's my boy. He be acting his ass off.
He's gonna be happy as hell.
That's my boy.
He's
Like,
gonna be
let me
happy
tell
as
you,
hell.
his range is crazy.
He gonna be,
And then one more.
He put me up there with the like that. Okay, that's a good shout out.
One more. Okay, so I have to give 6 because I need
go
Angela
ahead.
Bassett. Angela Bassett's
Angela
like,
Bassett. I love Angela Bassett.
you know, she's just like, there's no number. She's the one. And then my last person will be Samuel Jackson.
Ooh, okay, I like that. So Tristan would have to be like what, like a son or something? I wonder what that movie would be.
Yeah. Okay, so it's like maybe Samuel Jackson, and it would have to be an action film.
You gotta put Samuel and Angela together. They have to be like some action couple.
It would be great. Like, it would just be awesome. And you know, like, Sam, he's doing his thing. So it's like Sam, and then Don Cheadle,
yeah,
he's
he would have to be making the villain.
He would be the villain.
Yeah. And then Tristan's like Angela and Samuel's son. Yeah. And then Helen Mirren's like just like the OG, like she like sees like
she is. She's like maybe the chief operators, you know.
Like, yeah.
And I'm like the new recruit or something like that. I think me and you just need to hang out and start stuff up.
No, that's actually okay. I see the little vision there.
You see me?
I see the. Thank you so much for your time, Novi. I appreciate it. I really do.
Thank you, Wayne.
It's fun talking to you.
Same.
But I appreciate it. Can't wait to see the rest of the season too, because it's wild in the first 2 episodes.
I hope you enjoy it. And I hope whatever we talked about in this podcast manifests, so we can come back here in a few years and be like, remember
we talked about a lot. I know. One of these things have to happen.
Something's gonna happen. It's out here.
One of these things have to happen. It's out here.
Thank you again for your time.
No problem. I appreciate you.